What's going on, my fellow dudes and dudettes? Life kinda sucks, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You ever just be like sitting still, doing something, or maybe not even doing anything at all, and your brain just kind of like, oh, worry about this, oh, worry about that, oh, this thing's going on over here, oh, this thing's going on over there, and the whole time you kind of like geek yourself out, right? It's like this is probably the closest thing I can imagine to what smoking crack feels like because you literally are just like sitting there. You know what I mean? And I've joked before about retard maxing, but you really gotta, man. You gotta turn your brain off. If you're new around here, thanks for clicking on the video. Hope your day is going great. If you're a regular viewer, Shabbat Shalom. God bless, fellow Goyim. But honestly, I just wanted to make a video talking about how you just really need to turn your brain off, man. With everything going on in the world right now, it's just it. Even if there was nothing going on, your brain is always going to fixate on something, right? And apparently, it's a mental illness to create fake scenarios within your own mind, right? Like whole hypothetical scenarios with people and things that don't actually exist, which is pretty crazy because I do that all the time. Um, Honestly, stress is a killer, dude. It's an absolute killer. And I always find myself sitting around. Oh, fight! Why are you doing this? Why don't you have this done yet? Oh, fight! You gotta work harder. You gotta go further. It's it's stupid, man. You just turn your brain off. All right. You gotta find a purpose in this life, and when you do, pursue it, man. But think of it this way: when you were a kid and you were learning to ride a bike for the first time ever, did you get it right the first time? No, of course not. No. When you learn to walk, right, with your parents or maybe one parent, maybe you were adopted even, maybe you didn't grow up with anybody. Maybe you had to teach yourself to walk, God forbid. But when you fell over, you got back up, right? And the truth is, the world's going to beat you up whether you like it or not, dude. So don't worry about it, right? Because at the end of the day, what separates a loser from a winner is just straight up determination, right? A a loser goyim worries about things outside of his control, whereas a professional retard maxer just does it, right? And that is actually a lot easier said than done. You see, even when I was young, I used to have this really, really bad problem with worrying 24/7 about every single thing I could not control. It didn't matter what it was. It could be sports, it could be homework, it could be, like just the hot goth chick down the street that I want to ask out but I can't. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't end. Your mind is moving and thinking a million different thoughts every second. You just gotta find a way to turn it off. And for me, dudes, it's scripture, right? The only thing that can keep me calm and at a state of peace, it's the word, right? And it's really hard to focus on that for some reason. Everything else in life is super easy to focus on. I mean, I can focus on making YouTube videos. I can focus on, hanging out with friends. I can focus on reading a book. Literally anything else but that is so hard to focus on. And ironically, it's the only thing that helps me turn my brain off. It's the only thing that helps me retard max. Romans chapter 8, verses 38, 39, man. Outstanding. Every single time I'm worrying and I'm like, Father God, I'm being autistic. Please help me. Nothing comes back. And I'm like, whoa, 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 I'm freaking out, I'm geeking. I'm bouncing off the walls, ripping hair out of my head. And I remember Romans chapter 8, verses 38 and 39. Calm down, you little freak goyim, alright? In the other day, all right, I got a little story to tell. All right, just the other day, I was geeking, right, as per usual. I was just kind of stressed out, right? A lot of crazy stuff's going on in my life right now. Honestly, the same can be said for everybody else. It's not unique, right? And I'm I'm geeking. I'm popping off the ibuprofen. I'm popping off the Tylenol, right? I am just straight geeking, and I got like 200, 300 milligrams caffeine in me. I'm walking, pacing back and forth, and I go into my kitchen, right? Because I haven't had anything to eat yet, and I walk by my kitchen window, and I look out the window and I see this little bird, this little chubby fat bird sitting on a wooden railing on my back porch, right? And this little bird just sat there for like what felt to me an hour, and I was just watching him. I just turned my brain off. I'm like, yo, this bird, he's just kind of chilling. He's pretty fat too. Fat little chubby bird. What, like, how much you eating, dude? And I just looked at him, and all of a sudden, everything just seemed so insignificant. I felt genuinely stupid for worrying about everything when this little dude just out there just hanging out, fat little bird. Dude's so fat he could barely even stay on the railing. He was struggling to stay on, but then he just flew to the bird feeder, ate, and left. And I'm like, dude, was that God smiling upon one of his most retarded warriors? Was it really? Elijah Long, dude. I love that guy. He's an amazing dude. He he helps keep people grounded. Not just guys, right? I mean, his content is focused more towards guys, but this is honestly just general life advice everyone can use, you know? And I gotta say, one thing I've noticed now that I've gotten a little older and become a little more extroverted, people are bitter, man. I'm only 24, right? Like I'm still pretty young, you know. I mean, I still got my whole life ahead of me, literally. In I just sometimes I'm out in public, you know, going to like a community event or something, you know, going to a library or something like that, and you like overhear people just being so bitter, and it's like, man, what are you so mad about, you know? Like I thought of it this way, you know, everyone has their own problems, right? Everyone's going through something different. But when push comes to shove, let's say just everyone on the planet just kind of disappeared miraculously. You're the only person left, right? What would your first thoughts be? It wouldn't be about school. It wouldn't be about homework. It wouldn't be about your job. It wouldn't be about your car. It wouldn't be about the geopolitical area of Skyrim, right? Stormcloaks or Imperials. It would be, okay, where the hell is everybody? And what is my family doing, right? And it just goes to show that everything in life, all those things I just mentioned, it's not even worth getting upset over, dude. It's not. Because at the end of the day, love is easier to do as an action, right? Than it is to be bitter. It's easier to help people, to be kind, to just straight up make people's days better than it is to just be bitter or be spiteful, right? And I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know what it is, but I've always noticed this, you know. It takes genuine effort to hurt people, right? Like I don't get it, you know. I've always grown up thinking to myself, why are some people just so mean? And it's really strange because I get it, you know. I used to my dog was just barking at literally nothing, and I was gonna cut it out, but who cares, dude? Like it's just another thing in the world that's as I've gotten older, I've been developing the skill to just let things go. Let it be as it be, right? Don't quit obsessing over the small tiny things, right? And Bitterness, that's what we were talking about, right? People who are seemingly bitter for no reason, it's because they have no positive light in their life, right? And I would know. Those of you who have been around for a while, you've heard my story, right? Like bit of a dark story. Maybe we'll talk about that some more someday. I already have before, but long story short, rough everything, right? And I don't know, man. It's just it always seems so easy to be nervous, to be angry, to be sad. It takes genuine conscious effort to just say, get behind me, Satan. These feelings, these disgusting, perverted feelings of self loathing, of bitterness, of hatred, I don't want them. It really is that simple. You just say, I don't want it, you know? And you just open a window or something, fresh air comes in, and you're like, dang, man, that air smells good. Sure beats smelling my own stink. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I guess the moral of this video is to just retard max. Honestly, you know, go find yourself a fat, chubby bird to look at and just kind of hang out with. Maybe maybe just you know try and give someone a hug consensually. Of course, you don't want to have the police called on you. That would suck. Uh, call up your parents, dude. When's the last time you talked to your mom or dad? You know, go talk to your grandparents. You know, I talk with my grandmother pretty frequently, and I know she appreciates it. Heck, she you know she tells me all the time that she does. And in the end, man, just take care of yourself. Really, take care of others. And honestly, the best way you can do both of those is to just do it without even thinking about it, man. Don't hold a tally sheet of IOUs or you owe me's, right? Just live, man. Just live. Is it time consuming? Yeah. But the best gift we can give with our time is to use it helping others. In the end, I hope you liked the video. Feel free to drop a like and or dislike. Perhaps even subscribe if you really want to show the love. I'm not your daddy. In conclusion, God bless you all. Thanks for watching. Peace be with thee. Bye-bye.